Boeing has scrapped its $410 million Starliner Astronaut launch to the International Space Station due to an unexpected valve position in the propulsion system, which it hopes to launch tomorrow. Work has begun to remove propellant from the Atlas V rocket at the Cape Canaveral Space Station in Florida, where it is scheduled to launch, with the hope of refueling and launching at 12:57 Eastern Time on May 4. If Orbital Flight Test 2 takes place on Wednesday, it will be streamed live by NASA, and once in orbit, the Boeing Starliner will begin its day-long slow trip to the space station, updated berth on Thursday afternoon. During Starliner's first test flight in December 2019, the craft experienced a software issue that prevented it from docking and returning to Earth soon. NASA found that there were 80 things Boeing needed to do to get the spacecraft into space for a second test flight, all of which were fixed. At launch, it will carry 400 pounds of cargo to the ISS and its crew, and return to Earth with over 500 pounds of cargo from the station, proving its worth as an operational vehicle. Boeing is hoping for success because it has lagged behind SpaceX in the competition to provide commercial flights to the ISS for NASA and other space agencies. It has since been repaired and the astronauts are working to equalize the pressure in the new module before it can be used by the crew. After NASA ended its Space Shuttle program in 2011, it awarded both Boeing and SpaceX billions of dollars in contracts to provide taxi services for astronauts to the space station and end the America's dependence on Russian missiles for its journey. SpaceX's program has moved faster, having now performed 3 crewed missions, including an initial test flight. Boeing's program is lagging. During the first unlaunched test flight in December 2019, the Starliner capsule experienced software problems, unable to dock at the ISS and return to Earth early. NASA later identified 80 corrective actions Boeing needed to take and described the test as a high-visibility near call during a time when the spacecraft could have been lost twice. During its test flight, the Starliner encountered a timing anomaly shortly before it was docked with the ISS. It had lunch on December 20, 2019, but after deployment an 11-hour difference in the mission clock was detected, causing the spacecraft's computer to think, incorrectly, that it was in an orbital insertion burn. NASA says the test flight will demonstrate the terminal capabilities of the Starliner spacecraft and Atlas V rocket, from launch, to docking, back to Earth with a desert landing in the western United States. The unlaunched mission will provide valuable data for NASA's certification of Boeing's crewed transport system for routine flights to and from the space station. In 2019, Starliner was unable to meet the space station during its first unpiloted test flight after being plagued by software issues. But the spacecraft was able to successfully return to Earth 2 days after launch, landing at the White Sands Spaceport in New Mexico. Over the past 18 months, the Boeing and NASA teams have worked together to resolve the issues, including taking 80 corrective actions. In addition to supplies and equipment, accompanying the Boeing Starliner during the test flight will be a dummy named Rosie the Rocketeer. She will be mounted in the Starliner's command seat and her primary purpose will be to help maintain the spacecraft's center of gravity. Rosie will be wearing Boeing's bright blue spacesuit, which astronauts will wear when they fly on the Starliner.